I'm Jack, and this is Unsolicited Moms. And today, I think what we want to talk about is how do you raise your kid not to be an a-hole?
I think the horses left the barn on that one for me.
I don't. But I feel like we can say asshole. Like asshole's not really when you're,
Is it a bad swear?
I don't think that's what the episode
I
is
think
really about. It's more about having a child who is anyway.
At my house, you'd have $1 in this swear word jar.
Yeah, I'm
Kids
gonna
are really.
How many people are rich at your house? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Goodness
as
gracious.
Julie's grandma would say, let's get back on track here.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we're talking about is like how do you get your kid to be good-natured, empathetic, and giving? Because with all the video games and social media, it's easy to raise a kid who's an asshole who doesn't care, who doesn't have any feelings for anybody else, right?
Is it easy?
I thought you were gonna say who doesn't have any feelings.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say
They're
that.
dead inside.
Because when you poke them, they hurt.
No,
right?
but I will tell you, I think the way, here we go, I sound like an old hag mom right now.
Yeah.
A lot of kids are getting raised now to feel very special and to feel very special snowflake. I tell my kids all the time, you are not a special snowflake. You're a kid like any other, and let's remember that.
Ooh, I thought snowflakes are different. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're like everyone else. So
Okay.
they're not so special.
Yeah.
And I think all these kids are being raised to think they're really special, and I think what they need to be raised to do is to be better contributors to society. Stop raising your kids to be smart and athletic and musically talented, and you want them to be famous. Raise them to be good. How about that?
Yeah.
Good people.
So
I
the
agree.
problem that
peeps.
I'm having with this is my daughter's 5 and she's an only child and she's a first grandchild, right? So everyone's spoiling her and it drives me crazy. So we're trying to do this sort of year of gratitude where once or twice a month we do something to give back where she actually has to see what it's like to help someone else in need of.
Yeah.
And so we donated toys to a women's shelter and we had the woman talk to her about what an unsafe family is because it's important to
Yeah.
know. And then she cut her hair off and donated it, which a lot of great people on our street have done. And we harvested a farm for a friend who was shorthanded where
So cool.
she, yeah, it was so cool. I did all the work.
And what
And
is
she
the
carved
kid?
a pumpkin.
What's the kid feeling? Like, what is she? Does she get it?
Well, she told me on the way home that she heard a blood services ad and she told me I should donate blood and she'll come with me. So I was like,
She gets the concept then.
yeah, that I should do it. So, so I'm learning gratitude.
But that's also good role modeling. Like I think
So what I was gonna
Yeah.
say is I think because I think you know your kids well, and I also have a 5-year-old and we do like little things, but it's also really hard for them to wrap their little brains about
Yeah.
understanding what these things are. So I think the best way is to lead by example, and I think that is to be a good parent who is a grateful person, who does kind things, who does try to make a difference in other people's lives, whether it be a big difference or a small difference. And I think that they will learn by watching
100%
you.
role modeling, and you say,
Yeah.
you know what I'm grateful for today? I had a really good day at work, or when I came home, we made a beautiful dinner and we all had a nice chat at the dinner table. I'm so grateful for that. So just being grateful about all those little things is great role modeling for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's confusing for little brains.
Yeah.
I think it's really confusing. I think it can be very hard, and also I think it's almost too big. Their world is still so small that I don't know that it's a complete concept that they
Sure.
can wrap their brains around.
I agree, and I think like I'm sort of like looking at what we're doing here, and it's confusing for her because what she hears from other people is, "Oh, you gave your toys away. Oh, you cut your hair off," and she hears that she's giving away, but she doesn't hear that she's giving back, that she's helping. So I did become discouraged, but I did talk to a doctor, a psychologist about it, just randomly on the street the other day.
I was going to say, boy, you're
Did you
hardcore,
know?
man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, I was like,
My
I
kids-
was like, Jack, I think you've
My
taken
kids would
this
have to have
too
a
far.
lot of big problems before the psychologist got called
So
in.
so I committed her. No, but she said it's actually, she said like, keep going on the little missions because I'm volunteering too and we're doing stuff together. But it's a layering effect, right?
And Jack, it's all about, she's 5 and you're doing this, and guess what? She's going to be like, okay, when I'm 7, I do that. When I'm 9, I do that. It's about instilling a habit.
Yeah.
But
And those
I think
behaviors.
also the fear is that she doesn't understand it, and then she becomes resentful that she's giving her toys away. So I think
I see.
it's balancing
yeah.
a fine line because she could actually then become angry at the situation or resentful.
Well, I'll
So
tell you what.
it's-
I got one cure for that. Whenever my kids say something's not fair, well, my kids don't say it because they've learned the hard way. But we get on the internet and we talk
nice.
about what's not fair, and we show pictures, and
Oh,
we
your
pull
kids
in
are older. You
other
can do
countries.
that.
No,
Yeah.
I did it from the time they were 3.
Oh,
If you think your life is not fair, let's look at how these kids live in this country.
Really?
Let's look
Yeah.
at, and it brought it home. But you know what?
And I do want to say, like, if you are going to do this sort of gratitude thing, you're right. Like, to Tara's point, like, it can't always be giving stuff away. Like, the farm was great because she got to see how hard it was to pull vegetables out of the ground.
and then she appreciates
yeah,
so
it.
when
giving
she
away
gets
the
a
stuff
carrot
you
on her
bought
plate-
her.
Yeah.
See,
that-
She needs some skin in the game.
Yes.
So
Get
all
in
I
there.
have to say
Yeah.
about this, because we got to wrap this up, is you get what you get and you don't get upset.
Yeah.
And karma's a B. Oh, something
Yeah.
word.
And
just
just don't
say
have
it.
it. Anyway.
Raise
So,
nice kids, okay?
if-
The world depends on it.
This is our next generation, people.
Yeah.
This is-
Fuck up.
And they're going to be looking after us in nursing homes. So,
They're
if
gonna be
you have
running
any
for prime
tips,
minister.
how do you make your kids feel grateful or just be really great kids? Share them because we're all in the same boat together.
Always
And we'll
looking for
see-
ideas.
Yeah. See you next week. Subscribe.
Yes.
Leave your comments. How are you enjoying Unsolicited Moms? We'll see you next week. Cheers.
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 I was very ungrateful that you did that.
Did what?
You ungrateful.
Yeah.
Whoa, swear